สวัสดีครับผม hello everyone, welcome to Tribulations, and we are back from our Phoenix Wright, and I think this week will be the last week for the Trinity of the Phoenix Wright. So we are gonna continue with the trial of the last episode today, so we will see how it goes. If you like what you see, don't forget to follow subscribe channel and thank you. So we are about to enter the courtroom now, and we will see what will happen other nights around the Dusky Bridge today. So let's see. I got some drinks ready to do some voice now. A bit soda actually for my favorite drinks. February 9, 9:47 a.m. Lobby number 1. Oh my Lawrence feels that way about me? Oh, is it gonna be Lawrence or Lawrence, right? Not Lawrence, Lawrence? Apparently, he isn't aware of your real secret at all. This is no time to be embarrassed. I'm sorry. I'm just highly accustomed to that sort of thing. Worry not. In any case, whatever it was that he saw on the night of the incident, mark my words, I will drag it out of him. Does that mean Mr. Lawrence is the witness today? No. I believe that none will be the first to take the stand. Since the beginning, she claimed to have seen the very instant in which you carry out the crime. I just want to ask you one last time. It really wasn't you who killed Miss Elise the oxen, correct? That is correct. It wasn't me. Very well then. Miss Edgeworth? Yes. You are a prosecutor, aren't you? Are you sure about this? If your true identity is revealed? Don't worry, I make the necessary arrangements. I see. Iris. It is a prosecutor's job to doubt people. But right now, I am a defense authority. A defense authority job is to believe in people, and to believe until the bitter end. That's what my friend told me once. Miss Edgeworth, I simply ask that you watch and decide for yourself. Whether or not I am fit to do the task I have been entrusted. Very well, sir. I leave my defense in your capable hands. Just look at my cat right now. She really shy actually, so yeah. Courtroom number 7, 10 a.m. Court is now in session for the trial of Sister Iris of Asakura Temple. The defense is ready, Lord. The defense does indeed appear to be ready. However, the same cannot be said for the prosecution in this case. Indeed. I'm not sure I like such a blatant waste of this court's time. An empty prosecutor chair can only mean that the prosecutor has no confidence in their ability to prove their case. It would seem this case is already over before it had a chance to begin. I am ready to announce my verdict this time. This court found the defendant... Oh.
Objection!
Oh no! No way, she's back. The prosecutor, stand ready. Great, she's back. Von Karma is back. And you are? Francesca Von Karma, prosecuting prodigy. Von Karma, you say? Perchance you wouldn't be any relation to the legendary prosecutor Manfred Von Karma? Legends are the thing of the past. I am a Von Karma, that is all. A upon a special request, I flew in today for the purpose of prosecuting this case. You did? Then you must be quite a big shot, eh? By the way, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes? Yes, Your Honor. I was certain that I've seen you somewhere before, or am I just imagining things? You look very much like a prosecutor I met once. I believe you are imagining things, Your Honor. Miss Von Kama, do you have anything to say? There is no such weaklings as this man among those at prosecutor's office. There isn't? But I'm sure once before in this court... Ah! I told you, there is not such weakling. What is that, a whip? I'm not sure I care for such a thing in my courtroom. If remove that whip at... Hold it! I have no objection to the whip. You don't? The prosecution can wear a whip or drink 17 cups of coffee. But there is only one truth. That is what I stand here to prove today. This promised to be interesting, Miles Edgeworth. I expect to face Phoenix right here today. But looking at you now, maybe this is what I have been waiting for all this time. Miles Edgeworth, I will not allow the chance to crush your slip through my fingers. I see you brought your flair for the histrionic. Allow me to add to the things I'm not sure about. People acting bizarrely in my court. The stage is set. Now continue with the proceedings. You ordered? Your Honor? Very well. Miss Von Kama, please give an outline of this case. With as a little whipping as possible. The murder victim is a famed picture book author, Miss Alice de Oxen. Her body was found in the Hasakura Temple courtyard. She had been stabbed through the torso by a ceremonial sword from a golden statue. The sword in this picture is the weapon in question, correct? Very well. The court accepts this photo of the crime scene. Oh, great. Hold on now. Before we move on, let me check. What do I have? I have the photos. I have the food. The notes. The map of this place. Weather data. The lightning strike. Okay. The code. Picture. Okay. Magic bottle. Autopsy after death. Lots of blood standing in the bed. Body fell 10 feet after death and quote, okay, the new photo. Is there something weird on this one? Yeah. Maybe not. There is no mistake. This was the doing of Sister Iris. After all, there is a witness to the crime. Very well. Please bring this witness to the stand. And so it begins. My first and last trial as defense attorney. Oh. Witness, state your name and occupation, please. Hold on here. I'm not sure about being not sure if I care for this at all. Witness, please stand up and nice stand. Nice and straight. Please stand up nice and straight. Oh, okay. Oh. If I recall correctly, there are a few milk crates in the defendant's lobby from our back pain pledge witness. If fetch a crate for this poor lady, please. There you go. once again, your name application, please. Yeah, wrong voice again. It's been a while I do this voice. Hold on. Yeah, me? Well, I'm the head nun of Hakakura Temple on Eagle Mountain. My name is Bikini. You got it? Bikini. Nice to meet everyone. But you don't appear to be wearing a bikini right now. The courtroom is the garden of a holy judgment. Those with literally in their hearts should leave this sanctuary at once. You want me to leave? No need to get your bikinis in a twist. Let me tell you, I'm a sight to behold in summer. In any case, witness, I hear that you saw the crime take place on the night in question. That's right. I can still hardly believe it myself, to be honest. There's no way dear little Iris could do anything like that. Let us hear what you have to say then. First, tell us about your own movements that night, eh? About? Oh, I forgot he's Canadian. About? That night I was having an alkali with her training in the inner temple, but... Well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So I left Iris to help the alkali. I returned to Hasakura Temple. There's no bar at the inner temple, you see, and I need a long hot soak. It was after I finished, just as I was heading back. That's when I saw it. So it was simply coincidence that you found yourself returning to Hasakura Temple. Yes, you could say that. If my back hadn't been in so much pain, I would have stayed at the inner temple. That sounds like a pretty important statement you just made. There is only one problem. It is testimony that I can see. You are not about to fall at the first hurdle now, are you, Mars Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth, please begin your class examination. Let's see. Night of the murder. Okay. Before we keep on. My lips not feel so good right now. That night I was helping Akalai with her training in the temple parts. Well, as you can see, my back likes to act up my leg. So I left Iris to help Akalai with her. There is indeed only one problem with this testimony. If I can clearly point out what it is, then I can begin to quantify just how good this witness memory and observation skills are. Okay. Hold it! What is this inner temple? Well, see, conversing with the spirit is what we train people to do, right? We've been the ones asking you the question, ma'am. In order to do that, a place strong in spiritual power is required. There's a small temple across Dusky Bridge called the Inner Temple. Acolytes must spend the entire night there to undergo intense training. And how exactly do you help with this process? It is all quite exciting. It can be performed without a non-supervisor. Like a tutor watching to make sure a spoiled child studies. A tutor with a whip, in your case. If that is the case, then why did you return to Hasakura Temple, where the murder took place? As you can see. Oh, I got a headache a bit. My back lightening up violently.
Hold it!
Okay. Violently.
That's right. It's not helping matter, especially in winter. I can't hold anything heavier than a knife and fork during the cold months. Just being alive is like strict training.
On the night of the murder, was this fabulous black of yours hurting again?
That's right, raging like a bull in a pig pen. I must faint once or twice. I just knew that unless I walled it up, it was going to finally fish me off.
I left Iris to help Akalai.
Hold it!
Okay, hold it. You left Iris to help with what?
What do you think? Lakalai training, of course. It was just past 10 p.m., so we were starting to enter into the training exercise proper.
Was it your place to remain with the disciple?
Well, the job is simply to watch over the acolyte, so that they don't pass away.
Just to confirm this point again that night. You met Iris in the temple, correct?
Yes, she a gentle, honest girl. She's never once failed to follow my instructions.
Hold it!
So, you will return to Hasakura Temple in order to take a bath?
My bag is to play for everything. It's a do or be done in kind of world after all.
How long were you in the bath for, if you don't mind me asking?
My. What a filthy little rogue you are. I know what's on your mind. I bet your next question is going to be, where exactly did you wash? Ah, this is why you had to wash the young ones.
What are you talking about? Ah!
Pathetic, Mars Edgeworth.
The lowest of the low. Is there some sort of kick me sign stuck in the fence branch?
Anyway, I'm grateful to be away from my post for too long. You understand, so...
Say that in a sign.
Hold it!
Okay, what you saw? The crime took place in courtyard, correct?
When you go from my room to the main hall, you have to take a winding hallway from which you can see the courtyard. That's right. In other words, it was pure coincidence that the witness saw the crime taking place for your eyes. There was no complicated setup in this case.
That certainly seemed to me true. Okay. Let me say first. Oh god, my head a bit low sugar. It's not very good for my throat, but whatever. I love sweet. Okay. Okay, let's see. The night I was helping Acolyte with training. Okay. As you can see, my bags at the end of your bag, right? Just like her, they are backache. I'm gonna check it out if I got correct now. I wonder.
Objection!
Ah, I got it correct. Okay. Weaknesses have to undergo their own trials, I'm afraid.
The defendant's fate rests on their power of observation and memory, after all. Well, don't worry. I'm more than up to the task. I'm a woman of fate, after all. The head of Hancho of Hasakura Temple. In that case, Miss Hancho, I'd like you to explain something for me. In this discrepancies between your testimony and that of the defendant Iris. She claimed that after ringing the lights out bell, she went back and stayed in her room. Which means she did not go to the inner temple at all. No, she's...
Objection!
Oh god. The birth, sorry. Ah, okay.
A defendant or a witness. Who is more likely to lie, do you suppose? The defendant simply lied to cover her back.
Objection!
But that is completely illogical. The murder was committed in the courtyard of Hasakura Temple. Claiming that she went to the inner temple would make for a much better alibi. But that is hard. Whatever the reason, I can't believe that she would lie.
She does indeed have honest eyes. Ah!
All people lie. That is my belief. That's my belief.
Sorry, my voice. Why am I the only one being whipped here? Anyway, neither the witness nor the defendant has any reason to lie, which means we must call your memory into question.
Dear, you're older than me, and yet you want to play that game, do you?
Well, that isn't exactly what I...
My memory is perfect, crystal clear, especially in winter.
Then, I suppose it's too early to end this class examination, eh? Mr. Edward, if you are going to question the memory of this witness, you will need to show me a more decisive piece of evidence.
Understood, Your Honor. I was naive to think that alone would do a trick.
And please add your comments about Iris to the testimony. Then let us return to the class examination.
Okay.
Okay, let's do that again, hold on. As you can see, my back's again. Iris came to the inner temple. She was dressed exactly as she has been at it. Exactly, yeah. Okay.
Hold it!
Hold it. Are you sure that you are not making a mistake?
You, young man, need to get your estimation of me up from the floor.
Eh.
Iris always wear the same clothes. The smallest thing on the place would have stood out like a sore thumb to me. You're making a mistake. Thinking I make a mistake.
An excellent finish there, Weakness. Still, I have no wonder. Are you sure she went exact same thing? She did not now, as I can remember. Okay, so if she weighed the same thing, where's her hood then?
Objection!
Where's her hood? Witness, let's get one thing straight. The defendant who you claim to have met, she was wearing this demon warning hood, correct?
Of course. That is a very important piece of clothing, have you know? Wait a minute.
Objection!
Hold it right there. Why did you have that? That's the question of the day now, isn't it, Miss Swan, comma? I have you know that this hood was given to someone as a gift that night. Before the light went out, bell was rung. What? You know where I'm going with this, don't you? If the witness has seen the defendant as she claims, then the iris she saw should have been missing this very hood. Well. It's not a bad thing at all, it's going to prediction like this. Now I understand the happiness on Wright face every time he does it. Order caught. Witness Sister, this hood, you have spare one around the temple, don't you? Spare? Well, I do tend to make too many of them. I see, a stockpile. A surplus of hoods, eh? Each man is only giving one hood. This should be the only hood that Iris owns. Then this is quite strange. If there was a surplus of hoods, then she would have worn one of those. There is no contradiction here. I'm sorry to break this to you, Miss One, but you won't get away that easily. Discipline proceed at such as this will sow seed in any human heart. The seed of doubt. Weakness? Why I don't wish to call your testimony into doubt. You must give every detail with precision. I'm not sure I'm comfortable going along with this. Sister, you shall continue with your testimony. Tell us what you saw after finishing your bath on your way back to the indoor temple. Those seeds of doubt are sprouting to the judge's heart. They just need a little more simulation to bear fruit. Contradictory simulation. After my bath. I finished my bath at 11, and I thought I should return to the inner temple. And as I was walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard. I took a look and Iris was, oh, Mr. Elise, and with that sword of all things. Mr. Elise was staying in the corner room, which faced out into the courtyard. That stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window. Okay. You saw a truly horrible sight, didn't you? If I was your place, then I would be much like Miss One whipping Mr. Edgeworth in two in court. And me seeing it all from this very chair. Well, something like that. This judge. His imagination is about as vivid and creative as Detective Gumshoe. Oh god, burp. Just took a sip of the coke. Okay. Why not? I would look like a fool if I comment on such foolishness. Anyway, this case is mine, Miles Edgeworth. Calling everyone by their full name. Can you do something about that habit of yours? Okay, after my bath. Okay, after taking my bath, as I was walking back.
doesn't feel like she is lying. This is very powerful statement too. She claims to have seen the instinct in which the defendant stabbed the victim. There are only two things I can believe in right now. My client Iris and my own ability as a defense attorney. Okay, so let's try that again. Allied 11 and guard should return it.
Hold it!
How far is it from your room to the inner temple?
Let me think a moment. About 20 minutes on those stump of mine. It's about 15 minutes to Dusky Bridge from Hasakura Temple. The inner temple is just beyond the bridge.
Still,
You never make it back there that night, didn't you? That's right. I was heading along the walkway towards the main hall.
Hold it!
you say you heard a noise?
Thump, just like that. That could only be in the sound of victims falling. It's really quiet in the temple, you know. You can even hear the snow falling from the branches. Thump, just like that.
But then, wouldn't this noise you heard has been snow falling to the ground?
I never thought of that.
What? Ho 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 ho! Ah!
The next one is laugh to get. The next one to laugh gets a whipping. Well, whenever the sort of the sound, I look over the courtyard and.
Hold it!
This is the second time that witnesses have testified to seeing the defendant. But some doubt remain in these claims.
Hey, what does that mean? Just because you're a good-looking young man doesn't give you the rights to.
The murderer who stabbed the victims with a sword. Sister Bikin, try to recall exactly who it was you saw, as clearly as you can.
Well, you're a handsome young man, so I forgive you. Oh, now you mention it. There was something awfully strange about her. Something that has been bugging me all this time.
Please, don't keep us in suspense.
Her hood.
Her hood.
That's right. It's coming back to me. She wasn't wearing her hood. I thought something was out of face, but it all makes sense now, doesn't it? After all, she's giving that hood away to someone, right?
Yeah.
Huh. You just don't blame my Citrus.
What do you say, Miss Everett? Is this testimony important? I mean, sure. It's important. This maybe initially appeared to put me at a disadvantage, but I can't see any other leads at the moment. Your Honor, I would like this new statement to be added to the testimony. Miss Everett, if you want to hang yourself, you need to only ask. I'd gladly lend you my whip. Witness, add that statement to your testimony.
No problem.
Sorry. If I burp, then I'm sorry now. Not sorry, by the way. Now you mentioned at least didn't have a hood. Are you sure he doesn't have any hood on? Hold it. You are sure about that?
Yes, after all, we always wear the same clothes. Ah, I don't mean because we poor, you understand? It's our style. Yes, that's it.
There absolutely no need to explain yourself.
Anyway, she looked different from normal, so that's really stuck out.
Like me holding a whipping puppy instead of my whip. At least that might be bite you and not someone else.
At least didn't have her hood on, I'm sure of it.
Very well. Now, please tell us about the victims, eh?
Hold it!
Okay. The room verdict was staying in overlooked the courtyard, correct? Which means the victim's room was on the second floor.
No. Hasakura Temple is a single-story building that the mountain itself slope downward, which elevates the main gate, size of the temple, and guest room in the back to about the height of the two-story building.
Oh. I see. Now the victim was staying in one of those elevated rooms, correct? Oh god, sorry.
Yes, I should know. I'm the one who carried her things to her room after all.
Wait, her weapon, yeah, it's only...
Hold it!
What makes you so sure about this?
It's just like I told you earlier. I heard noise from the courtyard, okay? Thump, that's like that. You're one smart sister, I give you that.
Autopsy report states that the victim's body was covered in bruises, indicating a fall from around 10 feet in height. It appears that the witness was not mistaken then.
Yep. I'm more than a pretty face, especially in winter. I'm a woman of faith after all. The head honcho of Hasakura Temple.
There's only two of them working there.
What's wrong, my Sedgwick? No snappy comeback remark?
It doesn't feel like she's not there. Let's save first.
Hold it!
Let me try that one again. Hold on, let me listen. Okay, so why she didn't have any food on? So if she killed him, she must have fingerprints on it, but she doesn't have one. Oh, suspect. Okay, suspect fingerprints are on it. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I read it wrong. Okay, this one is not important right now. Hold on. Okay, why this one doesn't have any hold on. She didn't have any. Music follow. No. Okay. Actually, like, this is very powerful statement too.
Hold it!
Okay, let me read that one again.
Hold it!
You say you heard a noise. Ah, I think the thumb is not. I don't think the thumb is for the stab. I think it's a lightning. I believe. Thumb. Pew. Maybe, Okay, need to. Why this one doesn't have any hood on? I wonder. What's saying her room till the murder was discovered? No. There might be something else then. Hold on.
Hold it!
Is it this one that lightning? I wonder. Alright, 11, okay. I sure that it's not lightning. It could be lightning. Lightning strike the bridge at 10:45. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, this is a test now. I hope I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. Why she doesn't wear any helmet? Wait, why this is the fake one doing this place now? Let me hear her again. What she say? So that she looks different from the normal. That's pretty stuck out. Stay in her corner, which face?
Hold it!
I don't want to use cheek right now. I want to think this for myself, but if it's too high, I might do some cheating. actually not give me anything เลยอ่ะโอ้ oh god okay Okay, let me look at the evidence again. There's this one, the staff, which is there's no point using it because she grew. This one important because it's a murder weapon. The apparent murder weapon, yeah. Yeah, this thing and the hood is not useful right now. Why she doesn't have any hood? I mean, why this person don't have any hood? Is it someone?
Objection!
Stay in the corner room, which face out onto the courtyard. Okay, so the hint that he gave me is that I had to trust my instinct as defense lawyer. Hold on. So if she's telling the truth, I mean, if she doesn't come out in her room, then who's the murderer? What is that person doing? And how did that person kill? And how disguised? Is she doing a fake technique of spirit channeling? Is there any? But that's impossible now. No one can channeling the one who's alive. So how? Arrgh. And she doesn't have any spiritual powers, okay. Contradiction, give me something here. So it must be something I can do. It's sort of her things. Okay, let's try this one first. If she stab her, then how the hell the soul stuck in that place?
Objection!
Nope. Okay. It's not this one. Okay. Alright, you know what? It takes too long. I need some hints. Give me a second. This is episode 5, right? I need some hints. I saw, okay, I try to look at the hints now. The statement I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out the window. Okay, first, at the time, how do you know that?
Objection!
Impressive logic. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to say anyway.
Oh, please do. My play is something else, especially in winter.
However, I think you are overlooking one thing. Miss Von Karma, would you be so kind as to take another look at the autopsy report? The autopsy report? The victim did fall from the height of 10 feet. However, this fall was after she was killed. Oh, okay. Huh. That's right. It says after death right here. The scene the witness claims to have seen is contradictory. If the defendant stabbed and killed the victims there in the courtyard, how did the victims then go on to take a 10-foot fall? Order! Order! The victim was killed and then fall. Okay. If that is the case, then the victim must have been killed in her room. Don't you agree? That is logical conclusion. Yes, that's right. The victims must have been stabbed by the defendant in her own room. And she was then thrown out of her window down into the courtyard below.
Objection!
Were there any signs of struggle in Mr. Vaccine room? She was stabbed with a sword that would leave a blood stain, wouldn't you agree? Well, Miss Onkama, was there any blood? Ah!
No trace of blood were found in the victim's room.
Your whip just caused trace of blood to be found on my glorious payoff beard. However, if there was no blood in the room, then I'm
sure there's no need for me to go with this. as I'm sure you on it is well aware, our famous stab would produce the most blood.
When it produced the most blood,
Very little blood is actually lost at the moment of the blade insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from the body, that would be when the blade is removed.
indeed, with the weapon still in place, it acts like a lid on the wound. That's true. With the weapon still in the bodies, there wouldn't be much bleeding. A perfectly reasonable lines of thinking.
We have come to a conclusion then.
Let me read that a particular point. Loss of blood from stab in the back, but body fell 10 feet after death. So she already dead before her body fell. Hello.
We have come to a conclusion then. The victim was thrown out of the windows with the sword still in place. This removes all of the contradictions.
Order! 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 I must admit that this is a probable version of events.
I expect no less from Francesca von Karma. She locate and take control of every vital point.
It seems that we need a clear testimony from the witness. Remove all supposition on your parts and tell us only the facts, please. Witness, please, remain stand on the crate.
Don't go selling me short now. The weight of the winter snow has bent me out of shape, especially my back and my mood. Sister, please, give us your testimony. I will give you a Bogarous massage when we finish it here.
With the whip.
Oh boy, alright, alright.
Okay. Further details.
When I looked across the sea, the sword was already in place. Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mystic Elsa. I never seen so much blood before. That's when I fainted. You can't blame me, can you? And when I woke, Mystic Amit was stabbing Mystic Elsa through the back.
Okay. It's unconfirmed Miss One Karma theory.
One Karma strive for nothing but perfection. Putting together such feats is nothing for me. You should know that, Mars Href.
Perfection is an impossibility, Francesca One Karma.
And I'm here to teach you just that.
Okay. Yeah, look at the scenes. I'm thinking about it, I actually see. Is it Elsa? Not Elsa, Elise, sorry, in wrong name again. I never see so much blood before.
There are too many unnatural elements in this case.
Why was it necessary to use the Chichichito from Ami statue as a weapon? Why was the weapon ultimately placed back in the hands of the statue? If I can expose the flaw in this testimony, perhaps then I will begin to find the truth. Okay, let's go slow again this time. Hold it. At that time, was the victim bleeding?
Well, I was very shocked to be seeing all this occurs, so I'm not entirely sure. I don't think I saw any blood. Not yet.
I'm sure that you didn't.
The weapon was acting as a plug in the wound.
In any case, let's be clear on one really important point. Did you actually see the instant in which the victim was stabbed?
Hold it!
Think carefully. This is very important.
It's Harris we are talking about here. I'm thinking for all I'm worth. No, when I look over, the sword was already in Mystic Envy's body.
It might not be conclusive, but his testimony supports her theory. The victim was stabbed in her room and then dropped into the courtyard.
I think this proves it rather well, my Edgeworth.
Hold it!
Really, you didn't see it before.
So you're saying that you saw the victim's blood? That's right. Some of it had splattered onto Iris too.
Iris too.
Then the defendant was arrested. She was meditating her will. Her blood-drenched clothing was nearly full in the corner.
What? Her clothes were blood flicked as well? That seemed quite conclusive to me. What should I do? Let's this further? Let's further first. Going back to your previous statement, you say you saw a little bleeding when the victim was stabbed. But now, you say you saw the victim's bleeding.
Well, I said that what I saw is what I saw.
What did you see?
Maybe I didn't see the poor woman got stabbed. But I saw the girl pull the sword out of her, plain as day.
Pulling the sword out.
Well, it wasn't exactly pulling, it was more like came out.
Witness, you will add this statement to your testimony.
Oh, was that important?
More important than you can imagine. Hold it. Smoothly, you say. You say you saw the sword smoothly slide out?
That's right. The whole thing happened right next to the gold statue of Mystic Amy. Mystic Alice was on the ground and Iris was swooped over her. That sword was bearing up to the hilt. When Alice stood up, the sword in her hand just slid out of Mystic Alice's body. It slid out from the grasping wound. Ah!
It goes without saying that if the sword was removed, there would be bleeding.
Nothing out of place here.
Is that really the case? I can't help but feel that something about this assessment is really out of place. That's something which shouldn't possibly have happened. Appears to have happened. Really? Hold on. I always see so much blood. I saw the instant which... Yeah, something not right about this statement. Something weird. Let me hear that one again. Hold on. Smoothly you said... Smooth over her. The sword bearing up. very up to the hill เลยเหรอ It's all the way to the hill When I still have the sword in her hand just I can't help but feeling there's something on the place Smoothly draw out. I don't buy it. Okay, let me guess first.
Objection!
Yeah, I knew it. Sister Bikini, you are a reliable witness. At least, I like to think so, but there are too many contradictions here. What do you mean? You make it sound as though I'm a liar. But you're a handsome young man, so I forgive you. What contradictions are you talking about? In the scene with the witness claimed to have seen, the weapon was thrust up to its hilt into the victim. Furthermore, the killers withdraw the weapon smoothly from the body. However, both of these are complete impossibilities. What do you mean? Please explain yourself. To start with, you think it would be possible to stab someone to the hilt with this? No matter how I look at the defendant, she doesn't appear strong enough for that.
Objection!
Doesn't appear? What meaningless dribble? I too may appear to be weak and frail, but I can crush men under my hilt and make them weak, should I so choose. The objection stands. I whip a little back there, I must admit it.
Objection!
That isn't the only issue here. If this sword was truly stabbed into the bodies up to its hilt, well, just look at all the flash on it. It certainly wouldn't came out smoother. We also have the problem of amount of bleeding. It's true that when the blade slips in the body, it acts as a plug of swords. However, when the weapon is shaped like this, it's entirely different story. The wound would be too large for the blade to completely stop the bleeding.
Objection!
That's nothing more than conjecture. In reality, the victims was stabbed with the chichichito. Even a weapon of this nature may still sometimes slid out smoothly and may still sometimes stop the blood loss. Objection, by the way. I'm not finished. There's still one more conclusive contradiction. One more. You still got more? This one is simple. If this sword really was thrust in all the way to its hilt, why is there only blood on the tip of it? If this witness is telling the truth, then there should be blood along the entire range of the sword. No! What? Bravo, Myers Edgeworth. Raising this many contradictions from a single piece of evidence. All the other authorities I know should maybe manage one, if that. But does this all mean? What does this all mean? You have proven contradictions regarding the murder weapons, but having come this far, there can only be one answer. And that is... the murder used to kill the weapon, kill the victim, was not the Shichishito. Ah, yeah, maybe not that. What? A foolish idea far from the foolish mind, of foolhardy foolish fools. Let's examine this again. What was it that make us think this sword was the murder weapon?
Well, it's because Mystic Amin was holding it.
Exactly. However, if you reflect on this, that is the only basic we had to assume such a thing. The impression left by the scene was just too strong. That is what influenced us. It influenced us to believe that Shichishito was the murder weapon. What?
So maybe the Shichito was not the murder weapon. Even if that is the case, it changed nothing, Mars Edgeworth. The sister here saw everything. She saw the defendant stab the victim with a sword-like object.
That's true. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth?
If that is so, I would like the prosecution to answer the obvious question it raised.
The obvious question?
Yes, namely,
where did the real murder weapon disappear to? Yeah, where is it then?
it goes without saying that the police searched the main hall and the surrounding area. Perhaps the prosecution can enlighten us as to if a sword-like object was found. That's...
Answer the question, Miss Von Karma.
No evidence of that kind was found.
Another mystery to throw onto the pile. A try without murder weapon is a tricky beast.
Excuse me, should I say something? I just remembered something, actually. What is it, sister? I was just thinking, it's possible that just maybe what actually happened was it was just over there.
What exactly are you going on about here?
The murder weapon, I mean. Maybe. I think I might know where the sword was disposed of.
You what?
Well then. Well then. I think we need to hear testimony from you one more time, sister. It's possible. What else could this old woman have seen?
Okay. Sorry. Look at that weapon. Okay, what? Alright, let's go.
I saw the murder around 11 p.m. And after asking that if the report, I went to the main gate, and then I saw tracks that indicate the snowmobile has been used. It takes 15 minutes to walk through dusky bridge, but less than 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon on into the Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out. I should have done that. She can drive a snowmobile after all.
Witness, please tell us everything you know right away next time.
Well, I'm not in the best of shape. One with my back and my age, you know.
Quiet.
There were indeed snowmobile tracks in front of the main gate. Here's a photograph.
Ah, and footprints too, okay. A snowmobile, huh, I see. Well, it certainly is an interesting theory.
The tracks begin in front of the Hasakura temple and ran all the way and ran all the way to the Dusky Bridge.
So someone drive so quick back and run back quickly, okay.
That solves your pesky little problems, yes? The Eagle River current is quite swift, meaning that it doesn't freeze over in winter. Making it the perfect place to dispose of murder weapon.
Did she actually go to the river to dispose of the murder weapon? Miss Edward, your cross-examination, please. Alright. Okay, first. And after asking if he report, I went to the main game. I saw murder and after asking that we report.
Hold it!
Okay, hold it. You asked Phoenix Wright to report the crime, correct?
Right. The one who trampled me.
It seems he is the type to hold grudge.
There is a phone in the main hall, so I sent him to the bridge. Phoenix Wright. He didn't even have his cell phone on him.
He had forgotten it at home, apparently. What a naive boy, as always.
Not only do I always carry my phone, but I'll always have my whip in hands too. Anyway, I was pretty scared, and it was taking him a while to get back. So I thought I'd go out by the main gate for a spell.
You saw tracks. Okay,
Hold
it! As I recall, there was a snowmobile outside the main gate when I visited.
That's it. That's the only one we have. It's ran no matter how much snow falls.
Now, you're certainly the only mobile was there at the main gate when you arrived.
Yes, of course. It was parked in front of the gate.
So,
So, she has already gone, discarded the murder weapon, and returned by that time.
I'm not sure if this is really relevant. What do I do? Let's further. I need answer to every possible doubt. The snowmobile in question, was it still warm at that time?
Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean, eh? What do you mean, Miss Edgeworth? I'm playing to slow clown here, oh my god. Let's go without saying that using a snowmobile will heat its engine. If it was still warm, then it means it was recently used.
Ah, I see. I never thought of that.
That's right. I overlooked that too.
Of course you did.
Then answer the question, please, miss.
I don't even go around touching hot engines. However, now that you mention it, there wasn't any snow on it.
Ah, okay, so it's used. So it was used then. Snow?
Yes, for some reason, only the snowmobile wasn't covered in snow.
There wasn't any snow on it. Curses! It seems highly likely that the killer did use the snowmobile then, eh?
How long does it take to get the two Dusty Bridge by snowmobile?
Let me see. Feed the fire. Was there any reason to go and throw away the money? Luckily, there is surely a problem with this testimony. Now all I have to do is start poking holes in floor account. Okay, so just start poking holes. Hold it, okay. In that case, why didn't you use it yourself? You should have spared yourself some walking.
There's a reason for that. Have we got a moment for me to explain?
I think that's why the question was asked in the first place.
It was about a month ago. I was riding my beloved little snowmobile, happy as can be. I fetched some water and was heading back when I went and crashed into the tree. The tree and my back both went crack, just like that. Crunch. Oh, crunch, not back. Not crack. Crunch. Crunch. I haven't been able to find the courage to write anything since then. Anyway, the killer must have used it.
Okay, let me hear that again. Hold on. Hold on. Hold it. You okay? The same one. Okay, as Phoenix, right. You threw the weapon and came back now. Hold it. Hold on. Refresh our memory. How long were you knocked out for?
Like I said, somewhere around 10 to 20 minutes.
It's possible to get to the beach and back in 10 minutes using the snowmobile. I had to concede that it's more than enough time.
Is that all you wish to concede, Miles Edgeworth?
Hold it!
Why would have been possible time-wise? One enemy remain outplaced here. Oh, and what would this mysterious element be? The killer reasoning, Your Honor. Why did the killer do all this? Why go to the Eagle River to destroy a murder weapon when there are other methods? Too many unanswered questions. Your response, Miss Montcalmer? Turning to me for help over the silence thing. Why don't you think for yourself once in a while, Your Honor? What? She asked over the top as always. Anyway, whatever the reason, the fact remains the defendant would have done this. The murder was disposed of in the river. Another point to me, Miles Edgeworth. Yeah, but I already saw... I chose the right statement.
Objection!
Yeah, no, fuck that. I admit this photograph proves something. It proves that the snowmobile was used on the night of the murder. You finally accept the inevitable, it seems, Miles Edgeworth. However, if what the witness says is true, then why is there only one set of tracks? What do you mean? I at least left Hasakura Temple, threw the weapon into the river, and then returned. If this was the case, then naturally there could be two sets of tracks in the snow. those from heading out to the bridge, and those from coming back.
Ah, you're right.
You are forgetting one thing, Miles Edgeworth. On the night of murder, it was snowing. The tracks leading to the bridge were erased by the snowfall. This removed your previous contradiction now, doesn't it? I see. While she was at the river, the snow stopped, leaving just the return tracks in the snow. What do you have to say now, Miles Edgeworth? Is there a flaw in her theory? No. This idea that snow covering set. Hold on, let me look at it. So it was snow. It was snowing on 7 to 10. Oh, it's no, not possible. Okay, I need to think this carefully. This idea that the snowfall cover. Snowfall cover one set of track. I mean, if it's cover one track, then why not all of them? Why only one track? The track to the river was covered by snow. What a nice theory. However, Miss Von Comma, that is impossible. Would you care to explain why there is a root index finger currently pointing in my general direction? No need. The evidence will do all the talking for me. On the night of murder, the killer went to and returned from Dusky Bridge. In order to dispose of the murder weapon, the outing tracks were erased by snow. Also claim Miss Von Karma. Miss Edgeworth, present your evidence to the contrary, eh? Evidence that outgoing track was not covered by snow. I mean,
Take that!
here's the evidence. What do you have to say, Your Honor? Wrong, right? It's sure better for you to go and snowing, that's all. Nothing else. Oh dear. You seem to have missed. Hold on now. As follows. The tracks leading to the bridge were covered by the snow. I do not have any evidence that can dispute this claim. In which case, the rest is simple. Sister, who was the only person to have driven the snowmobile that night? Well, that would be... You can't hide it. I already know the answer. It could have been Iris. And the reason being, there is only one key from the snowmobile. A key that the defendant is responsible for. What? Order! Order! Now I don't feel like a clueless bunk bunny. I understand everything. If the defendant did indeed use a snowmobile, which means Iris is most definitely Your Honor, please wait a moment. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? There is one gaping hole in which one common claim. I'm not sure if I care for your response, Mr. Edgeworth. Next time, bring up whatever issue you have earlier. Do you understand? Oh my god. So there's contradiction then. That's impossible, okay. Early divorce motor on the outgoing track was raised by snow. I mean, there's a lightning happening, right?
Take that!
What about this one? Okay, different line this time. Weakness. Please tell us again what time it was when you witnessed the crime.
Like I said, it was around 11.
Of course. This means the murder was thrown away after that time, correct? On that note, please take a look at this data. This is the weather report for the Eagle Mountain the night of the murder. The weather report. Snow started to fall at 7 p.m. but it stopped at around 10:50. Therefore, when the sister witnessed the crime at 11 p.m., the snow had already stopped falling. It is impossible for any tracks made after that time to have been covered up.
Huh?
Order! Order! Very well then. It looks like Miss Von Karma claim has been snowed in. Ah! It's too soon to be closing this trial due to snow. Miles Edgeworth, how pathetic of you to rely on the weather of all things. Answer me this then. When is the weather report ever correct? Really ever correct? No, you got it all wrong. This isn't a forecast. This is actual data. Yeah! Forecast data of all weather reports had some inaccuracies. Wrong word, okay. Inaccuracies. It may have still been snowing in the vicinity well past 11 p.m. It's true, we cannot be totally sure, eh? What? How did she pull that off? It had stopped snowing at Hasakura Temple when the murder took place. You need to provide conclusive evidence of this. I come this far, there is no turning back now. Very well. I too cannot allow any doubt to remain concerning this testimony.
Huh. You can back down, can't you? Such a perfectionist, Miles Edgeworth.
Very well then, Mr. Edgeworth. Where is your evidence that it's already been stopped snowing with the vicinity within a scale? Where is your evidence? I forgot to save the game again. I mean the photo, right? It's already stopped for. Oh no, that is after. Okay, not this one too. I need to be careful about this now. Oh, it's taking that night. Okay, there you go. But there's no snow falling. hold on. Is it this one? Sure. Very well, I too cannot line it out. Okay. Very well then, that's right. Which evidence that it has already stopped snowing? I mean, there's lightning.
Take that! Take that!
Oh, this one. Ultimately, it all comes down to one point. That being, whether or not it was snowing in that courtyard when the victim was stabbed. That's right, but proving that is incredibly easy. If you want to know whether it was snowing or not, this photo will tell us everything. Save again, in case I'm doing wrong. Of course, I'm referring to the photo of the crime scene. As you can see, everything is covered with the snow. It's just one exception. And that is the victim herself, Miss Elise the accent. Why is there no snow on top of her? The answer is simple. It has stopped snowing then when she was killed, that's why. In other words, if the killer really did go to the Eagle River to dispose of a murder weapon, then in this photograph, there should be two sets of tracks. Order! Just what are you... Yet! Just what are you suggesting, Mars Edgeworth? To be honest, I'm not entirely sure myself, but this is simply what all of the facts point to. That night, someone used the snowmobile to leave Hasakura Temple. From the track it was be understood that they were heading for the Dusky Bridge. At that time, it was still snowing. Of course it was, because those tracks were erased by the snow. Then, when this person returned to Hasakura Temple, the snow has stopped. Thus, the return tracks remains.
Can I say something? This all sounds a bit fishy to me.
What does, sister?
There is only one key for the snowmobile.
Furthermore, on the night in question, we know that the defendant had it. The key was found in her room after the murder, which can only mean that night Iris used the snowmobile to go to the inner temple. But Iris said that she never went there. I should probably press on this point some more when I got the chance.
The snowmobile can cross the suspicion bridge.
Let's say first now.
So she must have left it on the Hasakura side of the bridge and crossed on foot.
That sounds right.
But that's what art is. When I left Iris, I returned to Asakura Temple.
It wasn't there, right?
I didn't see anything near Dusky Bridge. You must have you must have just failed to see it, sister. Maybe, but when I make it back to Hasakura Temple, it was there by the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean. I know what I saw. It was covered in snow too.
Ah, the truth come out. But that isn't possible. Order the code. What does this all mean? Ugh. So then what was snowmobile used for? Say first. It wasn't taken by the defendant when she went to the inner temple. If it had been when the witness couldn't possibly have seen by the gate. Furthermore, it wasn't used by the killer to dispose of the murder weapon. If that was the case, then there could be two sets of tracks in this photo. All we know is this. After it started to snow, someone used the snowmobile to return to the Hasakura Temple. I never thought a simple snowmobile could cause so much trouble. I think we learned all we can from this witness.
Yes, I have nothing more to add. I told you everything that I know.
But then, that still leaves us with the same problem. If only there was someone, a witness who could testify to having seen the snowmobile. A witness, eh? Was there no one out walking perhaps near Dusky Bridge on that night?
I don't think that likely. It was going out to freeze your ears off. Only an idiot would go on wandering in that. Unless they had something really important to do.
That's a shame. Hold on. Something is coming to me. An idiot may well have wandering on that sub-attic night. Your Honor, actually there just might be one individual who may be of help to us. Really? You know of someone who might have seen the snowmobile on the night of the murder? I don't know for sure if he saw it or not. But there are two things about him that do came to mind. Which are? First, that he saw something incredible on the night of murder. And the second being, this individual that I am thinking of when wandering outside on that night, on that cold night. In other words, he's our kinds of idiots. Mr. Edward, who is this idiot you're talking about?
Take that!
Take that. This guy must be a product of John the Deuce guy to just French painting. This is very nice. Disciple of the victor, at least the boxing. A student? Interesting. And why was he running a boot outside the night of the murder? That's... I could tell him about all about his design for Iris. But it may cost us his credibility as a witness before I even call him. He is after all an artist. He was perhaps searching for something in the snowy scenery that would move him. Although I cannot guarantee that this is the reason. And so, this unfortunate, unreliable looking man, what exactly was it that he saw? I intend to extract that from him right here in this court. Summon this youth as a witness immediately.
have no clue, do I believe he's in the gallery for this trial. It will not take long to summon him. Very well, Larry. You may have escaped me yesterday, but today I'm going to get everything out of you. The court will now adjourn for 20 minutes break. Miss Von Karma, please see to preparing the next witness. Understood, Your Honor. Good. Well then, court is now in recess. Okay, I think it's a bit too long for this trial. I want to continue, but I want to stop right now. My brain is hurting so much right now. I will continue this one tomorrow. I hope you guys join us for the next part 2 of the trial. So until then, I'll see you guys on the next stream. This is Don't Get Rich Channel and hope you have a good day. Have a great night. สวัสดีครับ Good night guys.